So, as you can see by the title of this video, today's video is about how I stay grounded when life is just getting too heavy, too different, too new, too difficult, darling. So, let's get into it. So, breaking down the moments that actually feels heavy, difficult, new, or different, because we step into different areas or different levels or different eras of our life that is new to us. Every step that we take forward is a new step that we've never taken before, right? So, one thing that I do go by and I live by is everything is figure outable. So, when something is new that we're approaching that we have yet to see before, we can still figure it out. Just because it's something new does not mean we don't know what we're doing. We are being guided by a higher power that's stronger than we can see with the eye. It's the inner God, that inner creator, that inner higher self that we all know and we all have. We just have to learn to lean within it and trust the journey, darling. But one of the things that we find difficult, including me, because I'm speaking to the me, future me, gonna look back at this and be like, darling, thank you for making this video. But the moments that we fail to realize is when we're not aware, when we're not being attentive or paying attention to what we got going on within us and around us. The steps that I like to take and dig deeper into, darling, is learning to feel and recognize when our energies are low and they just feel a little unbalanced or off. That's how you know when something's wrong. You have to sit in silence and tap in and stay in tuned with yourself, because who else other than self is going to know you, boo, right? So, what I mean by tapping into self, you know how we have those day to day things, right? And in those moments, we have the emotions that goes up, we have the emotions that goes down. But when the emotions decide to go down, darling, to the ground, darling, you need to know where to go. So what I mean by that is you know yourself more than anyone else. We can open our mouths and we can lie to people all day long and tell them, oh, I'm okay. Oh, this is fine. Oh, I don't mind. But inside, only you know the truth. There's times where I'm smiling, I'm like, I'm okay. But in those moments, we're smiling because it's right to smile, right? We want to be positive, we want to feel good, but there's something in us telling us something is wrong. I do not like this. Let's do something about it. But a lot of those times is also us just being uncomfortable and not wanting to come out of our comfort zone. That is it for me. Currently, we are in autumn. One of my favorite, if not the favorite, top tier season of all seasons. We're in autumn and it's getting cold outside. And a challenge for me is going out in the cold and moving around. I don't like the cold. So that bothers me. So now I am sitting with self like, what can I do indoor and outdoor that's going to challenge me to step out of my comfort zone? No, I'm not trying to make everybody happy. I am just trying to make self happy. It all starts with self. So I'm being hard on myself because I know that I'm indoors and I know that I want to be outdoors, but it's cold and my comfort is saying hell no, right? And I went out in my garden today and I got me some cherry tomatoes. I harvested me a bell pepper, and I went to check on the rest of my garden, right? And I wasn't out there no longer than 5-10 minutes. I even put some food in my compost, but I got out and I did it. I challenged myself. I am no longer bothered by the thought of staying in, because I mean, what, I'm gonna be outside all day? One step at a time. Don't be too hard on ourselves, right? Right. So when we feel some type of way and we're trying to figure out what the emotion is that we're feeling, don't just stop at the surface. My whole point is know yourself enough to listen to your body. We don't feel sad, mad, angry, upset, happy, joyful, blissful for no reason, angry. Um, there's always a root cause. So if you don't dig deep enough to the root cause and you keep slapping a band-aid on it, you're going to keep cycling back around to that same thing because you're going to keep repeating a cycle that you haven't learned from. Moving on. So one of the tips that help keep me grounded is giving myself permission. Let me get a little close. Giving myself permission to slow down and breathe. When I tell you breathe, take a moment to allow yourself to rest. I love to honor my mind, my body, my spirit, and I respect them all in self when it's telling me time to rest. If you ignore your body and you push yourself beyond your physical, mental, and spiritual limits, you will drain yourself. Don't do that. Take the time to replenish, refresh, relax, and restart yourself, recharge. A lot of those ooh, baby, rocky roads. A lot of those moments is knowing when to go with the flow and not controlling what you can't control. Stop trying to control things that's out of your control and stay within the flow and the rhythm of life. Flow, rest, relax. And when life is getting difficult, that's a time to rest and relax and listen so that you can be guided in the direction that you're being pulled. And one of my top tier favorite topics is creating a safe space where you feel zen, peace, protected, love. I'm currently in my Zenden, baby. And this is my safe space. This is the space that I love being in when I need to refresh, when I need to recharge, when I am studying, when I am relaxing, when I need complete bliss, silence, peace, joy, love. This is my creating space, my creative space, my reading space. This is the space that I've created that I just feel that I am connected with self and everything around me. So make sure that you take the time to create a sacred space just for you. There's nothing wrong with that. I love my space and I change it up whenever I need. This is the fourth time I've changed my space up. So as I grow and I transform, I also transform the environment that I am in. The environment that we are in literally changes everything. Mindset, the environment, what you have going on in your life. If you want all that to grow, transform, and change, then take action for it. I am not lying, I am living. That peace that we love, that we strive for, that begins when we take the moment to breathe and say, I am safe, I can slow down. So, what I mean by my space reflects everything that's around me. I mean, my energy, my calm, my peace, my zen, my love, my joy, my bliss. I want it to ricochet. I want it to amplify tenfold the energy that I feel within me, around me. All right. Another way of my favorite ways of grounding is through movement, darling. So when I feel stuck, difficult, life is feeling a little too new to me, I begin to move my body. So let me break that down a little. So, when I say movement, I mean stretching, I mean dancing, I mean absolutely moving the body with the motion of the ocean, whether it's yoga, stretching, Pilates, gym, dance, whatever moves your body. I love to swim. So, look, catch me in the summertime, I'm moving. So, when I said dancing, dancing through the moonlight, whatever beat you feel. I love to dance. I love to stretch the body. Ugh. down to tie of the chi, breath work, yoga, moving with one, being in sync with your breath, your body, your mode, your fold, anything that gets you moving. So, my whole point is I love to move with intention. I love to move to release what no longer serves me. When I say movement is medicine, I mean movement is medicine, darling. Movement allows the energy, which is energy in motion, to move through you. So, you're releasing those emotions, those feelings, those thoughts that no longer serve you because we shed ourselves just like animals shed their skin. Continue to move forward, continue to flow with the ocean. And while we're sitting here talking about emotions, one of the best ways to move your emotions and to keep them flowing is journaling. I have over 13 journals that I am currently reading through and rewriting through. I'm currently writing in five, but I like to write in different journals for different reasons. But journaling, honey, it helps me release emotions and get more clarity when it comes to what's going on in my mind. Down to every word, every phrase, every quote, everything that I write down brings me closer to understanding what I got going on. Also, healing. When I look back at something I've written down a couple months ago, weeks ago, days ago, even years, I have a deeper understanding for where I'm coming from and where I'm going. It's more of alignment along the journey and clarification when I go back and to read them. The confirmation is too real. All I could say with that, journal, trust the journey, reflect, and go back and look at what you wrote down. One of my journals that I am currently reading is a journey within an introspect activity journal to help you get to know yourself better. Indeed, we do because we act like we know ourselves, but when we're so distracted and we're not listening, we know not a nothing going on because we're distracted. Sometimes you got to close out all that noise so that you can hear what you're saying to yourself. I honestly don't know how this is so far back on my list, but nature. I love me some nature. Put me out in nature. It's just me and nature. I love me some nature. Let's do nature because how is nature not one of the number one ways to ground yourself through healing and through pain, difficulties, trauma, and just different new times in life. So, miss me with all the details. You cannot tell me being out in nature does not make you feel good. You got fresh air. You have the sun on the sunny days. Even on the gloomy days, I feel one with nature. This is my relax, reset, refresh days. You hear me? But also, look what nature provides: food, nourishment, love, fulfillment, abundance, and just overall love and life, baby. I love my life. I love the fresh air. I love my garden. I love the greenery. And we cannot not talk about nature walks. I love me a good hike, honey, a good view, a good sight. Sign me up. Put me out in nature. It's just me and nature. I love me some nature. You put me out in nature here and be all bearish, footish in the nature. And my grass right now is wet, darling. So grounding with not one, not two, but three different elements. Keep up with me. Let's go. One of my favorites that I've recently got into, not recently, but I've really took real interest in it in 2020. I started nourishing my body not because of what people say, but because my body physically absolutely dropped and collapsed. I was on the ground and it was saying hello, hello. So we had to change some things up. You feel me? You have to take care of your mind, your body, and your spirit. And I promise you, out of life experience, your mind, body, and spirit will most definitely take care of you. Y'all see my water sitting here. It ain't sitting here for no reason, honey. Hydration. hmm Get you some. Hydration is key, and not just through spring water, but also through your H3Os, which is your hydration through fruits. And so, like I was saying, that is through hydration of vegetables and fruits, which is your H3O. Herbal teas, you have your healing foods, you have your homemade juices that I love to make. You'll see some videos if you haven't already. You cannot forget your spiritual grounding. This is your meditation. This is your particular prayer to whatever or whomever you are praying to. Me, the creator, the God, the goddess of me, within me, reflection of me, right? Your sound healings, your movement healings. So, what I mean by grounding through movement, that is all around whether we are dancing. Your cleansing rituals is your spiritual grounding. I trust the spirit that guides me, protect me, and lead me to where I needs to go. I absolutely 1,000% trust my journey. Do you trust yours? And last but not least, my lovies, my speedies, my beauties, is practicing gratitude. You cannot live the life you want to love if you're not grateful for what you have. Practicing gratitude is also reminding and remembering that you always have everything and all the peace, love, and guidance within you. I am grateful for every breath, every step, every meal, every look, every walk, every dance, every just sip of water I take. I am grateful for everything around me, within me, and I am going to reflect that upon my life. My whole point is gratitude anchors me even in all the chaos, even in all the rut. It calms me and it allows me to remember who I am, why I started, where I'm going, where I'm headed, and to trust the journey and to just keep going. Don't get distracted by all the negativity, all the toxic stuff that's going on. These are the 9 things that allow me to stay grounded in the difficult, hard, new times that life throws at us. What are you doing to ground yourself in all of the chaos? This is the Brown Vibe Tribe, and we are out. That is it for me today. I love you, my goddesses and my gods. You live your life. This is the Brown Zen culture where we're grounded in wellness, rooted in brown, and healing in Zen. Are you healing, friend?